Yes, totally. Productivity does, improve and increase when people feel safe in their own communities. Welcome to another episode of The Conversation on TOS Television Network. And as always, the conversation is going to, inform and educate you. We usually, talk about trending or topical issues that Nigeria is faced with at certain point, and that's what we're going to be doing on the show this morning, talking about people feeling safe and security. The people of Kaduna State, Nigeria, have largely, been feeling like hostages in their own state, owing largely to the level of insecurity, the depleting state of security in the state, bandit activities, terrorist kidnapping, all of that has been frequently heard happening in Kaduna State. And then today on the show, we're going to be looking at why that is. To join me in having the conversation in the studio today is Dapo Banja. Good morning and welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me, Addison.
All right, you're welcome. Now, taking you back to what I said earlier, that the people of Kaduna feel largely like hostages in their community, and you can understand why. Daily bandit activities, kidnappings, killings, villages have been ravaged and all of that. Why do you think that is at this point? And that's what we're saying. It's like every day, any news to come out of Kaduna State is terrible on a daily basis. Why do you think that is?
Okay, I think there is a need to have a background to this conversation. Top on the list for me is to quickly establish that government has failed.
Yeah.
The security architecture in Nigeria is it's very obsolete, is moribund. More developed countries in the world are into intelligence gathering. Even before attacks are launched, people have an idea of what will likely happen.
Yeah.
Now, having said that, the North or the northern Nigeria, let me put it, northern Nigeria, talking about the north central, northwest, northeast. Now, the north is known to be both economic and security values, is known to have economic and security values for Nigeria. Now, narrowing down to Kaduna State back in the 60s used to be the administrative headquarters of the northern states. And so it makes it more of a strategic state when it comes to a lot of things. Top on the list also is to say, for economic reasons, the northwest of Nigeria, it's where we have sugar, where we have granules, where we have tomatoes, where we have a lot of things growing there. And all of these things, when they are harvested, they have to come all the way through Kaduna to Abuja, and then it can go to the other part of Nigeria. Now, it is important to note also that predominantly the Kaduna citizens or indigents are caught across two major occupations. One is that they are quite nomadic, they are herders. Number two is the fact that you have a vast majority that are also farmers. So over a long period of time, we've had communal clashes, we've had inter-community banditry or bandit activities that has really resulted into a lot of killings. People die all the time in Kaduna State, the northern Kaduna, the southern Kaduna. You have a lot of religion-related clashes too, where Muslims kill Christians, and in the reprisal, you see a lot of other things actually happening too. Now, having also established that, we need to also know that the transport links in Abuja have been targeted, in Kaduna
yes,
has been under heavy target by bandits. Now, oftentimes, when this whole thing started, it's good to note that it was purely communal. Everything was just based within Kaduna and the southwestern part of Nigeria. Let's not go to the southeast in Borno State, where power greed was the main attack. But in Kaduna State and in the southwest, the major activity of the bandits is to attack the transport links. In recent past, we have had the Kaduna airport where one person was killed. We also know that it is very difficult for people to travel the Abuja-Kaduna road.
Yes.
And then the recent one that happened March the 22nd, where 1,000 capacity rail transport was attacked. On that fateful day, 362 people were on board.
Yeah.
9 people have been confirmed dead. A lot of people injured. About 162 people have been kidnapped. As at yesterday, we heard the bandits reaching out to the federal government and saying, give us 16 of our arrested commanders and we will release 80 people from the people we kidnapped. I mean, so you can imagine how very terrible these activities have been.
So,
all in Kaduna State.
But why is Kaduna State a state of interest at this point? Why not Abuja? Why not another state? Why is that happening in Kaduna State at this point? Why do you think that is?
It is because Kaduna, like I said earlier, it's a very major hub for the northern Nigeria. It's a major hub. If you're going to southeast, there's every possibility that you have to go through Kaduna to get there.
Okay.
If you are going to the southwest, there's every possibility that you have to. In fact, you have to pass through Kaduna to go to the rest of the states in the southwest.
So you're saying it really doesn't have anything to do with Kaduna State. More like maybe they're trying to cripple some sort of economic activity in the north.
Not particularly. You can also say that the government that has been in charge in Kaduna State in the last 7 years have made it really very difficult for bandits to carry out their activities. Initially, it used to be purely communal clashes. Then it actually went into another, it got to another level where a lot of young boys are made militias. They come, recruit them, and then they come back into their various communities, now already armed, and so they wreak a lot of havoc. Now, what is happening right now is that after so much killing, they change their modus operandi to kidnapping people so that they can make money. And the moment that started, the governor of the state, Nasir El-Rufai, realized that they are trying to get to the government of the state. And so it came out very openly to say, I will not negotiate with bandits. We will not pay ransom to get people that are kidnapped out of the net of the kidnappers. Now, that really sent a very bad and a very strong signal to the bandits that this government is not going to compromise. And they know the persona of the governor of the state that is not going to shift ground, no matter how bad it is. So in a bid to shake him, in a bid to probably make him feel that, okay, when we make the state ungovernable for you, you will compromise. But unfortunately, Nasir El-Rufai has not compromised. He's not gelling in any way to the demands and the activities of the bandits in the state.
Okay, so going by everything that everything that you've analyzed, so what should the government of Kaduna State be looking at doing to securing lives and property, to ensure that you do talk about collateral damage, but to ensure that we don't have so much of that is beginning to look like a massacre or a problem? Okay,
there's every possibility also that the government of the state, especially the governor of the state, Nasir El-Rufai. Kaduna State, like I said, it's a hub for economic and security in Nigeria. Nigeria's network in terms of security, infrastructure, and personnel all resides in Kaduna State. And so there's every possibility that you would expect the bandits and terrorists and Boko Haram and activities around, that borders around insecurity will not be seen in a state and should not be seen in a state like Kaduna State. But unfortunately, they have an understanding of how very weak the security infrastructure of Nigeria has become.
Yes.
They've seen that whatever Nigeria has at the moment is completely thin out and overwhelmed, and so they know that Nigeria at the moment does not have the superpower to even be able to match the kind of terror that they will unleash on the country, and especially a state like Kaduna State.
Yes. So there's really nothing the government can do?
I doubt it. Right now, I'm in doubt if Nigeria can actually overcome what these guys are actually up to.
Well, that's quite sad. So we just have to keep looking and waiting and hoping that something does happen over time, and then we don't have too much lives lost in Kaduna State.
As usual, we just trust God that it doesn't get worse than what it already is.
Wow, that's a terrible state to be in. But thank you so much for joining me on the conversation
You're
this
welcome,
morning.
Anisha.
Thank you. And thank you for staying with me up until now in the conversation. Do not forget that you can be a part of the conversation across our social media platforms. Just follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TOSTV Network. Subscribe to TOSTV Network on YouTube and stream our website, www.tostvnetwork.com, for news, stories, and happenings from across the world. Thank you. My name is Adesu. I'll see you and join me again tomorrow.